In this lecture, we study linear equations. But before I go on to this, I would like to continuously remind you that whenever you come across any topic in mathematics or science or anywhere else, you must try to understand the meaning of the words used in the topic name that is being given. A lot of mystery will be solved if you actually understand that. For example, this has linear and equation. These are the two terms. You all know that equations comes from a word equa, which means equal. So whether it is equations in chemistry or equal or equality or equations, there is something where you are actually referring to this symbol equal. So something where equality will be established is what we'll be studying. But what about linear? What does linear mean? This comes from Latin word, and this is actually linearis or from linea, which actually all mean line. So basically linear equation is obviously something which will be related to equality in terms of line. So let's understand this now more in detail. Now this is what actually it means. You let's say have a graph where you have xy axis and you mark these points like this. For example, let's say these are the points, and x points, negative side of x like this, and positive y, negative y, and then you mark, let's say this is +1, this is -1, +2, -2, this is +3, x +3, this is x -3, x +4, this is -4, and like that. Similarly, y +1, -1y, +2, -2, +3, -3, and like that. Now, if I say that you have to draw a line which passes through 0, 0, the points 0, 0, then the 0, 0 point is this, where x is 0 and y is 0. So the line could be any line now. It could be this line, or you can also rotate it. It has to pass through 0, 0. So any line that actually passes through 0, 0 is case where you are satisfying the conditions given. Now if I were to ask it differently, if I say draw a line passing through 0, 0 and 1, 1, then how will you draw? See, you will locate the first point, which is 0, 0 here, and the second point will be 1, 1, 1, which is here, and any line passing through this will then be the required line like this. Now this line is the line which you refer as y is equal to x, wherein, see, when x is 0, y is 0, when x is 1, y is 1. So this is the line called y is equal to x, or you can also write this is y is equal to 1x, and then you can find the slope of the line. If you have written like this, then the slope is 1, which can also be computed by simply drawing. For any line, you can draw the slope by seeing the y coordinate change. This is 1 unit divided by this, which is also 1 unit. So basically there are one other way is that you simply see the y coordinate and x coordinate, divide y coordinate change by x, and you get the slope. For example, same thing I can draw from here. For example, if I say I want to see slope at this point, so 3, and then corresponding this is 3, so 3 upon 3, which is 1, is this slope. Now this is an example of linear equation. See, linear means straight line. This is the straight line which is drawn, and this is the equality where y is equal to x. So linear is a straight line, an equation where the equality, this is the equality here. Now suppose you have another line. When you say y is equal to 2x, this is another line, but here for x is equal to 1, if I put x is equal to 1 here, then y becomes 2. So for that the line has to be such that for x is equal to, which I am doing now in front of you, for x is equal to 1, y has to become 2. So I change it in a manner that I get this relationship which we are looking at. And now you see that relationship is coming. So if I see this, now you can see that the relationship is clear, that for x equal to 1, y is 2. So then you will say the slope has changed from 1 to 2. Similarly, you can have y is equal to 3x, where this will further rotate the way I did it right now. So this is yet another line where you have seen y is equal to 2x is another one. But let's say, what about this? What about this line? Y is equal to 2x plus, let's say, 1. For these kind of lines, you will say when x is 0, if you put 0 here, y is 1. So when x is 0, y is 1. So we have to then change this line. When x is equal to 0, y is 1. This is the point now. This is the point where for x equal to 0, y is 1. So the line goes up if you have this kind of expression. And similarly, if you say, no, I would like to consider y is equal to 2x minus 1. So this is another form of linear equation which is expressing a different line. And how will this line look? For that, put x equal to 0. Put 0 here. For x equal to y will be minus 1. So for x equal to 0, y is minus 1. So this means we have to take this line down now, like this. So we are taking it down, and now it's clear that for x equal to 0, y is equal to minus 1. So this line, this one, or this one here, this one, all are expressing an equality in x and y, and they represent basically a straight line. Therefore all will be example of linear equations. So whenever two variables, which in this case is x and y, are related, where a graph can be drawn like a straight line like this then means we are referring to linear equations.